when I started playing guitar, I didn't know that the pentatonic scale is that important. This is actually a later on realization for me, understanding how huge it is in music, in all styles of music. For example, if we listen to Rotem, or if we listen to this kind of artist, I mean, the pentatonic scale is actually in everything when we listen to jazz. So, first of all, understanding how important it is for us to truly know the pentatonic is great. But then we stumble into some difficulties because a lot of guitar players are stuck in shapes and kind of like one form. Now, this video will help because I was there. I totally feel you, and I want to go over these 10 points that will allow a ton of freedom with a lot of clarity. So let's just dive in. Before we dive in, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Thank you. First, we need to understand there are 3 colors of pentatonic. We have the major pentatonic, we have the minor pentatonic, and we have the blues scale, which is the minor pentatonic plus the sharp 4. Now, let's hear the major pentatonic. So, let's understand once and for all what is happening there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And then repeating 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 1. How beautiful is that? Very simple, but so strong and so beautiful. I want you to sing this note with me. And just feel the sound of the scale. When I'm listening to the scale, I'm looking for these sounds and colors. I'm trying to tag that information again and again so it's accessible. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 1. Now, if you are committed to learning music in that way, everything will be much easier. Now let's have a look at the minor pentatonic. So we have 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1. Let's sing it. Just the bass note, the tonic. So beautiful. Again, when I'm playing this, I'm thinking about the notes 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1. C, E flat, F, G, B flat, C. Now if it's new to you, it's not a problem, but it's very important to start seeing music in this way because it will actually shorten your path. Let's look at the 3rd color that we have. I just printed a limited edition vinyl for this album. Please check it out. If you want it, you can get it. This is the link. Now, you probably know it because this is the blues scale and everybody plays it, but it's very important to know exactly the colors and why and where the tension is. So we have this moment of tension that we add, which is the sharp 4. So 1, flat 3, 4, sharp 4. And that tension is being resolved here to the 5. So all these bends, are kind of an extension of the tension. So that blues scale is kind of including already the sharp 4. Now let's sing it one more time, hearing it very, very clearly. The reason I want to do this humming is because when I'm singing and producing sound, even if it's just one note, I'm feeling the relationship between the notes. So I'm feeling how the flat 3 feels against my center. The 4, the sharp 4. So it's easier to have the sensation of the tension and therefore process the sound color. It's important for us to know the sound color because then we can truly clearly articulate the sounds. I used to think that by playing positions and just kind of shedding the scales up and down, up and down, up and down, I'll know the scales. Now, it's not true. You do learn some stuff from it, but it's important to do the tagging and know exactly what's happening there. For that, I'm going to take one string to challenge us in a different visualization way, right? So instead of just like seeing the guitar, this kind of like box, we're going to open it up to the whole string. So the first step, we're going to take the C major pentatonic. C, D, E, G, A, C. Why is this the note C? Because this is an open B. Between B and C we have half step and then we're good. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. And of course here it's just repeating itself. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and my guitar ends here, so this is what I'm going to do. So I want you to really make sure you can do that. It sounds easy, and maybe it's easy for you, but for a lot of people it's actually not easy. And then I will repeat that process from each one of the strings. So for example, I'll take the G string, and I'll still keep this C in mind, and then I'm playing G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C. Now it's in tune. The same thing from the D string. So each one of these strings, I'm thinking about the notes. So D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C. Now, if this is hard, it's not a problem. The idea here is not being quick. The idea here is tagging the sounds and seeing the fretboard, getting good at what we're trying to do in a truthful and honest way. Oh, we are going on tour. The tour is April 2024. These are the dates, tickets available, link in the bio. And also, please subscribe to the channel and turn bell notifications on. Thank you. Since we just did the major pentatonic, let's do the minor pentatonic. So 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1. Sometimes I like sliding with one finger. So I get this kind of sound. Sounds already like music. Which has these like mini micro bands. So this brings us to the blues scale. So 1, flat 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, flat 7, 1. Remember to take your time and be honest with the notes. We don't need fast, we need clarity and honesty. This is the way to progress. One of the biggest issues for a lot of us is to actually nail this in real time. And so we need to have our fingers and our ears connected in real time. So how do we do that? Well, we're gonna practice it in time, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just chord notes. You can go to the C as well, trying to be balanced and clear. Now I'm going to shift to 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. One more time. And shifting the color then to the minor pentatonic. Minor pentatonic. Not stopping. Staying here. 2, 3, 4. One more time. And then I'll shift to the blues. Here we go. Although this looks simple, a lot of us will fall there and will kind of stop and recalibrate and make some mistakes. So I want you to pay attention and make sure this is easy. Now, this is still very slow and just did chord notes and 8 notes. So I am encouraging you to check it out really thoroughly, so making sure that we can articulate these notes in time. And also, if I just stop you here, I want you to know that this is G, and also the relationship to the center. So this is G and this is the 5 of the scale. If I'm playing the major pentatonic, this is how it sounds. I'm playing the minor pentatonic and I'm stopping you here. Oh wow, this is the flat 7, this is B flat. This information will allow us to be freer and to solo with way more ease. So even if it's simple, make sure you nail it. A lot of times, music and language are built from very simple building blocks. In this case, simple phrase, but this phrase actually holds a lot of information. What I'm gonna suggest is taking ideas that you know already, maybe you have a couple lines and licks that you play that you like, and analyze what is going on there. Let's look at this phrase specifically and break it down to see exactly what's happening there. I think this phrase is kind of coming from Eric Clapton. I feel like I transcribed it from there. I don't really exactly remember, but what's important for us is not who or where I got it from, but how it functions as a language. So this phrase is in the key of C. It will work on C7. It's sort of like maybe in C blues kind of framework. So it starts on the 1, then goes to the flat 7, 5. So 5, 4, flat 3 to the 3, and then to the 1. So in that sense, it's kind of articulating the 1, 5, 3, and 1. So it's sort of like very triadic, really expressing C major. And then a little bend, kind of bending the 2 to the flat 3, and going to the 6 here, and then 2 back to the 1. The idea behind breaking this down and seeing the numbers, quote unquote, is understanding the relationship to the center in a clear way, and also being able to tag the color. So if I'm just saying like, it's, you know, second finger here, it's not good enough, because I want to know, oh, this is the feeling, this is the sound of the flat 7. This is the flat 3 to the 3 to the 1, and then the 6. You know, so when I'm calling things in name and saying, this is a green shirt, or this is a black, you know, strap. So I can have a conversation about it. I can articulate it, and I can also make choices. So I think as simple as this is, we can all do it, because we all know a few phrases. And if you don't, it's time to transcribe some phrases. Go to the masters of the music. Go to Albert King, B.B. King, you know, all the guys that really brought this language. Of course, more modern people like Derek Trucks, John Mayer, to name a few. Take your time again. It's not a competition. It's just understanding the language to be able to be freer and create. Loop a chord. C7. We have one chord. Now I'm going to try and listen to the 3 different options of colors, how it sounds. Major pentatonic, minor pentatonic, blues, the reason I want to talk about it and see it in this sort of way is because we have different colors that we can articulate over chords. And just saying like, I'm always going to play the minor pentatonic or always the blues scale, it's sort of like saying I'm going to always say hi. I'm never going to say hello. I'm never going to say yo, what's up. All these are expressions of seeing somebody in the room and recognizing their entity there and saying hello, yo, what's up, how are you, or just like, what's up. A little nod is the same thing, but saying that we only going to use always minor pentatonic is that's not cool. It's a color, and you need to make a choice. So I want you to be aware of your choices. Versus. Nothing is better, right? It's kind of like, do you want to have a steak or a cake? They're both great, just depends on the situation. This point is all about framework. I'm going to play 5 positions for major pentatonic, minor pentatonic, and the blues. So it will take a second to go over all of them, but it's very important, especially if you haven't done it. So let's dive in. Major pentatonic. clarity. Seeing the C and feeling that center. This area. Trying to recognize the notes and knowing what I'm playing. Now I'm gonna slide here. Minor pentatonic. Blues scale. All these three colors are important. They have slightly different fingerings, and of course there are different ways to finger these and play them. I might play them slightly different in slightly different situations, but these are decent fingerings that I use oftentimes. Take your time, make sure everything is clear, make sure you're playing these things without any mistakes, and make sure when you're playing them you're aware of the notes that are being played. The next step here is taking one of the colors and shifting between the positions to make all this guitar be one color, like so. C major, pentatonic. But now instead of just staying in one position, I'm gonna freely shift and challenge myself. You can decide how slow or fast that is and what is challenging for you. It can be as slow as this, totally fine, no problem. Whatever is needed. The idea is to expand our freedom. The next step for this is soloing. So again, this is framework. This is kind of hardcore wiring in the information so we can utilize it, but it's very important to make music, right? So this is all great stuff, but this is to serve the music. So you need to write songs, try and solo, try to create line, try to transcribe line, and seeing how they function against this framework and what it means, how it really feels. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this is helpful and will make you create some cool music. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.